Berserker Rage. I don't know if he's just going to rage on the other side of the pit while he very angrily looks at the sleeping scout. But he does have another token put there. Let's start moving. This scout is sleeping, so I mean, all he has to do is jump this pit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what he really wants to do. And if he can pull that off, he'll attack the sleeping scout and probably just take him out. Yes! Oops. Well, I might as well knock that scout down. He's about to get it. The orcs, or the barbarian successfully jumped the pit. He used Reckless Charge, which is a house rule I have that allows you to move through enemy spaces, but they get a free attack on you. However, I've never run into this situation before since I started using this rule. However, the monster he moved through is asleep, and so he does not get that attack. So the barbarian is primed to attack with his full Berserker Rage on. 6 combat dice. 3 skulls. Surely the scout cannot survive this. I mean, he does have 3 defense dice, but only 1 body. So he's going to have to roll all black shields. There is only 1 black shield on each of these 6-sided combat dice. Yeah, no way. Scratch 1 scout. You leave anything interesting behind? Let's find out. No. No, he didn't. Okay. Nice. Oh, and I should have revealed this... Actually, I should have revealed it, so if there's a monster in this corridor, they need to get a free attack. Because I should have revealed it when the dwarf landed out there. There is not a monster. But there are just a couple things I need to put out here at the end of this corridor. We've got a door here. And then the hallway comes to an end just beyond it. Okay. So let's see here. That was the barbarian's turn. Yeah. That was great. Elf. Elf is going to try and jump this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is what he's going for. Let's see if he pulls that off. It's a white shield. So the elf does fall into the pit. Oops, this should be in front of this door here. So he loses 1 point of health. That brings him down to 4. His turn is over. The dwarf. Well, the dwarf is just going to keep moving here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll put him in front of this door. I'm actually going to remove this fireplace. It's not really relevant to us anymore. Make it easier for you guys to see. And then, yeah, the dwarf is just going to go ahead and open up the door. Let's get this party started. Whatever party might be contained therein. Let's see. Ooh, yes. Kind of interesting stuff going on in here. You've got a weapons rack. Which, this is also some nice detail on this little piece here. Come on. Come on, you gonna bring that into focus? Work with me here. There we go. Is that focusing? I can't tell. Having trouble leaning over and seeing where I've got that, based on where I've got that phone positioned. Or the camera, phone camera. Anyway, that's going there. But really, just nice production for a game of this era, this was like late 80s, or I want to say 1990 maybe, is when this thing came out. Really nice stuff that still holds up really well, I think. So that's that. Oh, what else is in there? Oh, yeah. We've got a Fimmer and an Orc. But is it a Fimmer? Let's find out. No, it's not. It's a Halberdier. Is that how you say that? I was struggling with that last time I did this stream and rolled him. Halberdier. Alright, where's the mini I was using for that? Dude with a big spear. I think I was using... Man, let's use this. This is a Descent mini. Oops, let's see here. Come on now, camera. Work with me here. There we go. So this is actually a hero character from Descent, I think, first edition. And you know, you see a lot of minis that they'll kind of get bent like this. This is kind of bent. Really, the solution, I think, is to put him in hot water and then so that it kind of softens, and then straighten that out and let it kind of cool down, straightened out. I do prefer minis being used with this more soft plastic because it makes them less brittle and breakable. All the HeroQuest minis are made of that more brittle plastic. And so it's very common in people's collections for their barbarian or their elf to have a broken sword. And I have just been very careful with my collection over the years, and I've got a little box that's padded with tissue paper that I put all of the figures and things that are kind of small and potentially brittle and easily broken. They have a little padded area that they sit in. But anyway, yeah, this guy pops out. We'll put him where the Fimmer was, back here. And then we've got this orc, which I'll just make an orc. I don't want to roll to see if it's a scout. Orcs are so common, you know, that I think I need to add another possible monster on my conversion table next to the orc, because then that makes scouts really way more common than I want them to be. So I think I need to, before the next time I stream this game, I think I need to give that some attention. Even though I've reduced the ability of scouts to spawn monsters, which can bog down the game if it gets out of hand, I'm tired of putting scouts out. So they're not, orcs are just more thematic. I guess one thing I could do on that conversion chart would be, if I can't figure out another monster to put there, I could just make it less likely. Like maybe a scout is rolled only on a 5 or 6, or only on a 6 or something when I'm rolling that check to see if it's not an orc. Orcs, I don't mind having lots of orcs. I gave them what I think is a cool ability with Flesh Eater, which puts bleed tokens on heroes. And then they're just like, they are a staple of fantasy. They are probably the most common monster I can think of in D&D inspired fantasy. So anyway, Dwarf opens the door. He can't move anymore, and he doesn't have a ranged weapon. So his turn is over. The wizard, as planned, is going to stay put. I don't think we need the wizard for this room, so he's going to sit tight. That means it's the monster's turn. Zargon gets a threat. And let's see here. I could bring this maybe a little bit closer to the action and still keep everybody in frame. Oh, man. Running out of cord here. It's making my phone want to tip over. Alright. Sorry, I'm doing bookkeeping. I got spells and cards kind of scattered everywhere. Yeah, so Zargon gets a threat. Let's do some attacking. Oh, let's look at the stats for the Halberdier. Oh, let me get the card out. That'll make it easier. There we go. So, he's got an attack of 3, dang. Defend of 3, body 2, mind 2, move 6, and the ability reach, which I believe lets him attack both diagonally and up to 1 space away. Maybe I even just worded it 1 space away. I'm not sure. Let's see here. Reach, 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 reach. Oh yeah, may attack diagonally or 2 spaces away, assuming there's nothing between him and the 2 space away figure that he's wanting to attack. So, this is great for Zargon. He's going to go right here and attack diagonally. 3 attack dice. Let's see, where's a good rolling space so you guys can see right here. He gets 1 skull. The dwarf gets 3 defense dice. Oh, man. Nothing. So, he takes 1 hit. And then the orc is going to move forward. And just do a standard attack. 3 attack dice. 1 skull. Dwarf defends with 3. And he does block. Nice. Okay. So that's the end of the monster's turn. That could have gone much worse. But next turn, Zargon will have enough threat to spawn a monster. Let's refresh our heroes. And the barbarian is settling down now. He's coming out of his rage. Oh, just set those there. So what's he gonna do? Well, unless he wants to, I mean, he could get in there. Oh no, that's just a bad idea. Man, this is a crappy situation. He cannot attack diagonally. I've got to gain some between this quest and the next. I've got to buy something that allows somebody to attack diagonally. My gosh. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, he doesn't have enough movement to get in there anyway. So he'll stop right there. Nothing really else that he can do. That's his turn. Elf. Getting out of the pit. Jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does he have a spell he wants to cast? Ooh, maybe. Yes, in fact, he does. The elf is going to cast Veil of Mist on the barbarian. This is a nice spell. This spell may be cast on any one hero, including yourself. On the hero's next move, he may move through, unseen, through spaces that are occupied by monsters. So he's going to make mist swirl around the barbarian, so that on his next turn he's going to be able to get in there without risking an attack. See, normally normally in the base game you can't do that, period. But in my added rule, you can do this thing called Reckless Charge, where if you move through an enemy space, for every enemy space you move through, the enemy gets a free attack against you. The enemy you move through and any adjacent enemies get a free attack against you. So there's a potentially big cost that makes it like prohibitively dangerous to want to do. But I still wanted to have the option there, just to add just a little bit of different possibilities and prevent tactically mandatory bottlenecks at doors and stuff. So, but no, the barbarian's got the effects of Veil of Mist. That's going to be definitely useful on his next turn. John Wilkerson says also... Oh, wait. He says, I thought there were no diagonal attacks. Also, isn't there a possibility the door is in the way depending on the way it opens? If you were referring to the Halberdier and his attack, he has the ability Reach, which allows him to attack diagonally or one space away. I don't think I accidentally attacked diagonally with anybody else. And then the follow-up question, also, isn't there a possibility the door is in the way depending on the way it opens? No. In HeroQuest, they're like sliding pantry doors. They just slide into the wall. They don't obstruct or get in the way or anything like that. Very, very simple, very, very simple game. Not like, I mean, D&D would certainly take that into consideration, but not HeroQuest. All right. So now it is the dwarf's turn. And yeah, he's going to attack the orc that's directly in front of him. 2 attack dice, right? I was about to roll 3. Oh well. That sucks. Nothing. Ugh. Nothing. That hurts. That hurts. And... gosh, maybe I should have drank his potion of strength. That's alright. So that's it for the dwarf, and the wizard still just standing by. So now Zargon's turn. He gets an extra threat, which he's going to use to immediately spawn another monster. And it has to be weaker. I think I cheated again. I think last time I spawned a monster, I spawned like an orc or something. So it's got to be weaker than an orc. which means I could spawn 2 zombies or a Wendigo or a Hellhound, depending on what I roll. So let's see what happens here. All right, 2. That's going to be 2 zombies. All right, we haven't had any zombies in this quest yet, so that's a nice addition. We can say that that Zargon cast some horrible spell on the corpses of monsters that they had slain already up to this point. And you know they're going to make their way toward the wizard. I mean, why the crap wouldn't they? He's right there, so I can spawn 1 zombie right here and put the other one right behind him. They are a-coming for that wizard. Trouble. So yeah, let's actually do that now. These guys got. Let me get their card out. Zombies. Let me actually, just so that for my sake a little bit more, gonna move the camera here. Makes it easier for me to show you guys cards. All right, so zombies. They have an attack of 2, a defend of 3. It's a little bit blurry there. Defend of 3, body of 1, mind 0, move 2. I've never really been a big fan of these stats. I kind of want it to be a defend of 1 and a body of 3 instead. Because I feel like they'd be easy to hit, but they take a while to kill. I might consider house ruling that. That would be the first time I've ever, if I do that, it'd be the first time I've ever changed the stats of an original HeroQuest monster, aside from giving them an added ability. Gosh. That could really change the mechanics quite a bit. But I just have never liked thematically their defense being so high and their body being so low. All right, because in my mind, I mean, it depends on what the mechanics are representing. Now, if you're playing a game like Gloomhaven, you're not going to get caught up in a detail like this, because Gloomhaven, as celebrated, and I think rightly celebrated as that game is by the type of players that are wired to enjoy what it offers, the rules are very abstract, and they do not, I don't think, represent well, in many cases well at all, what they are supposed to be representing in the game. And so the question here is, in HeroQuest, do defend dice represent dodging and blocking? That's kind of how I think of it. You're either dodging or blocking. If an enemy rolls a skull, for every skull they roll, they are either thrusting their weapon or making their attack in a way that if you do nothing, it will hit you. They didn't screw up. They should be landing an attack on you. Of course, I guess in that scenario, there's lots of weird flailing around whenever heroes and monsters fail to roll any skulls at all. What was that? The guy was standing still and you're just waving around in the air. So, I mean, it does break down when you try to press a marriage between mechanics and theme too much. But I do tend to think of the defense stat in this game as representing blocking and dodging, which zombies would not be good at either. I don't know. Let's experiment. I think that there's not necessarily a 1-to-1 ratio in value between the defense stat and the body stat, so I don't want to do an even trade, but here's what I'll do. I'll reduce their defense to 1. This might make them too easy. I don't know. I'll reduce their defense to 1, and I'll increase their body to 2. And let me just play around with that and see what that feels like. As I've said many times throughout this solo playthrough series, I'm just experimenting a lot. I'm not advocating these rules as something that other HeroQuest players should use or that suspect they will enjoy. I'm just playing with my toys. So, attack 2, defend 1 we'll try, and then a body of 2, mind 0, move of 5. So not super fast. In fact, I would even consider reducing that move speed, but I won't for now. They have the ability Disease. which is not part of the original HeroQuest rules. The description reads, targeted hero, so if they trigger this, they have to trigger it on a roll of 4 through 6 on a 6-sided die instead of attacking. So they could end up triggering this, they could end up just not triggering anything and kind of wasting their move. But if it triggers, targeted hero places a poison/disease token on their character sheet. At the beginning of every turn, they roll 1 combat die per token. A skull means -1 body point, a white or black shield means remove 1 poison disease token. And then you remove all poison disease tokens from any hero who drinks a healing potion or is the target of a healing spell. So it's just a way to maybe not do immediate damage, but get a bite into them and then inflict them with some kind of disease that's going to do ongoing damage to them. And there's a 50-50 chance when they have that token on them that they'll take a point of damage every turn. 50-50 chance they'll lose the token altogether. So... again, with stuff like that and with bleed, I think those are more appealing for me to try to use against heroes that have big defense. But against the wizard, I think I'm just better off trying to do standard attack damage. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and end up right here. And then he's going to roll 2 attack dice. And that's 1 skull. The wizard has rock skin right now, and he's not in the pit anymore, so he actually gets 3 defense dice. And he rolls 1 white shield, so he successfully defends. Second zombie. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no, he can't attack diagonally, so we'll stop him right there. And then he is also going to just try to do a standard attack. Oh, man, that's 2 skulls. Yikes. Okay, good thing the wizard has rock skin. Oh, but not anymore. So he takes 1 point of damage, has to drink his... he has 2 healing potions, so he has to drink 1 of his healing potions. And rock skin is gone. Yeah, that sucks. So let's see here. Okay, 4, good. I mean, he has a maximum of 4, so I would be disappointed with that roll for another hero rolling for their potion, but that's... a really solid, perfectly good roll for him. So he's back up to 4. He still has 1 healing potion in reserve. But man, I don't like this. I don't like this. He's gonna have to. He's gonna have to bust out Seeking Bolt. That's how this is gonna have to go down. And these zombies, I've given them 2 body points now, so it's not gonna be. Oof. He's in a little bit of trouble. He is in a little bit of trouble here. Okay, so that's the 2 zombies. Now the orc is going to go. Right? Because I started the turn, I'm pretty sure, the Zargon turn by spawning those guys. So the orc is going to attack 3 combat dice on the dwarf. He gets 1 skull. Dwarf defends with 2. Oh no, dwarf defends with 3. And he defended. Nice. The Halberdier is going to go. He also gets 3 attack dice, right? Yeah, 3 attack. And completely misses, thank goodness. So that is the end of Zargon's turn. John Wilkerson asks, no fast zombies? Yeah, like AKA, or as in 28 Days Later? Which I think was the first zombie movie of note, anyway, that had, like, running zombies. And then they started showing up that way in video games more, I think. No, not in this game. I like fast zombies in... I don't know why this is. It's just particular associations, I guess, that I've grown up with. But I like... Fast zombies are good in horror movies, modern horror, but in like fantasy that's taking place in a medieval-ish fantasy world, I like my zombies slow and lumbering. And a little bit green, maybe. and in zombie movies, I like them, bloody and running at you. Or a variety is good too. You can have some slow ones. Okay, so it's the hero's turn now. Barbarian. That's right. Has the Veil of Mist effects on him. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think the Halberdier is actually the biggest threat because he has a defense of 3 and 2 body, which maybe is, an argument for taking out the orc first. Typically when I'm playing a turn-based RPG video game, I will take out the ones that I can take out quickest as early as possible so that you have less sources of damage coming at you. But I think that I will attack the Halberdier and I'll use Heroic Brew. You were surprised to... Oh, wait, no. I don't have to... Yeah. This, basically, I drink this, I get to make 2 attacks instead of 1. And hopefully that'll work out. He's got 4 combat dice. Come on, Barbarian. 2 skulls. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. Let's see what happens here. That was going to go that way. So, Halberdier blocks 1. And takes another point of damage. He's got 2 body. So hopefully, with the Barbarian's second attack, he can finish him off. Oops. 1 skull. Oh, man. Nail biting! Ugh, dang it. He blocks it. Okay. So, a valiant effort, Barbarian. I am glad I got you in there. Heroic Brew is gone. His turn is over. Veil of Mist effects are gone. And it's the elf's turn. Elf doesn't have any spells left. Has no diagonal attack capacity. But he does have Acrobat. Oh, but do I want to have him try to get past 2 enemies? Because they'll get 2 free attacks. You know what? I think it's worth it. Because he has 2 healing potions. He's got 4 health. And unlike others who are doing Reckless Charge, when he uses Acrobat... Let me read the description again of this ability that I gave him. The elf may move through enemy figures, but must end his movement in an empty space. So that should be easy enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I could go like 5, After ending his movement, the elf player individually rolls 1 combat die for each enemy space he moved through. On a skull, the enemy gains a free attack against the elf, that's being covered up there by a logo, who may roll defense dice. And this was written before I updated the rules to Reckless Charge. So in the spirit of Reckless Charge, actually both of them, he'll roll a die, not just for the one he... Well, no, actually he's an acrobat. So maybe he shouldn't have to. Maybe it's just the monsters he goes through. I'm going to rule that that's the case. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then, was it on the skull they get to make an attack and he can use his full defense dice? No attack. Nice. Okay, very cool. Yeah. I need to remember that. Every time I'm moaning and complaining that I need somebody with diagonal attack capacity, I need to remember that Acrobat ability can get him where I might maybe want him to be. He only gets 2 attack dice, so that's not great, but let's see. 1 skull, that could be enough. That could be enough. Orc gets 2 defense dice, and he takes him out. Nice! And no loot dropped this time. Okay. Cool. That was a good turn for the elf. Dwarf. Nice, now the dwarf can get in there and help out with the Halberdier. How many attack dice? He gets 2. He's got a potion of strength I could use. Nah, this guy's already lost 1 body point. Just 1 more will get him. 1 skull. He rolls 3 to defend. Ah, dang it. He defends, dang it. Okay, so that's the end of the dwarf's turn. Oh, wizard. Kind of forgot about your little predicament here. Summer insanity.
Liberate butter.